So what have I learned from today? Well, nothing revolutionary. Definitely just want to feed 4mm pellets against the far bank, so soften down fishery pellets. Just cover them in water, nothing fancy. Just leave them to soak. Don't put too much water with them. So you just want them to stay like a pellet form. So basically, just tip the contents of the whole bag. I fed a whole bag, and just literally in a 3-pint container, and just level it with water, and then make sure you turn them around. Don't just be lazy and just leave it. So put them in a bucket and turn them around so that the bottom pellets don't get too much water, if that makes sense, all the water. So I fished a great big rig, 1/2 gram rig, 3-inch hook length, 018 to 014. Looks really, really crude, not pretty, but it does the job, which is the most important thing. But the trouble is that the fish did start to come up in the water and started to miss a few bites, which is a little bit frustrating. You know, ideally you could maybe start a new line against the far bank to the right, but it's even deeper, and I was worried that because the temperature's risen and maybe I've caught the idiot fish, that would be even worse. So them pegs on Kingfisher, they're a little bit wider. In my opinion, they're a little bit better this time of year because you're going to get in that bit more shallower water, which is really, really important. So if you're fishing Kingfisher, my advice to you this time of year, you want to get in the most shallowest part of the water as you possibly can on the far bank. So make sure you do plumb around. When it did go iffy, I knew that if I started pinging pellets against the far bank, it would be carnage. So I didn't really want to pick up a catapult. If you do want to fish shallow, I think you want to come about 1/2 metre or even 1 metre away from the far bank. 2 reasons: because the water then is deeper, so I think it gives the fish more room to like fluctuate up and down, and also gives them somewhere to back off. I just think they just potentially feed it just maybe a little bit better, but that's just my opinion. The guy next to me is pinged pellets against the far bank and fished against the far bank, and it's just been carnage for him, bless him. He's lost quite a few, and I've done that before. So definitely I feel that you want to come away from the far bank. You probably get less bites, but you get cleaner bites, which is obviously really important. I did catch a few fish short, and then it went a bit iffy mid-match, as it always does. And then, to be honest with you, I did catch well, pace 16 metres against the far bank, well, 15.5 metres against the far bank, and that was quite good. But it's quite fiddly, because obviously you miss a bite, or waiting for a while for the bite, and you're not sure if the pace has come off, or is it still on, so you just ship back. So it's not always the most productive way of fishing. The fish were definitely slightly bigger. And if you can get them going, I probably had a good like 8 fish and 8 puts, and then it just gone a bit iffy, so you had to rotate the lines. Corn definitely is beginning to work. Pace will stop working soon, which probably some anglers will be very happy about. Some anglers like me will be a bit gutted about, but hey, it is what it is, as they say on Love Island. I found feeding corn and fishing paste over the top is definitely better in the deeper water. So if you're fishing like top 5 or top 6, don't really want to be feeding micros really. So if you fish like fishery micros, feeding that, it's just carnage. You get loads of blows, loads of missed bites, get really frustrated. So you're better off feeding corn, maybe a few 4mm pellets, but ideally just feed corn and fish paste over the top. A bit like owl church really. It done me well. I've caught some quite good fish, and I've done the same down the edge. I fed 3 tins of corn and a bag of 4mm, and I put 1/2 bag of micro pellets in, as in like whatchamacallit, in the bait box, but probably only used, I don't know, a big handful. So didn't really feed any micro pellets. But it's all on the change. Didn't even feed any maggots neither. So I literally just fished paste down the edges, over corn and a few 4mm, and then again paste short and then pellets long. So nice cheap day really. So happy day.